Hello.
And I see 1, 2, 3. We are live.
Yes, we are.
Hello, Covert Prospects Pledges.
Yes. Why She Digs Alabama, hello.
Oh, my goodness. We're going to go up through here and try to say hello to everyone. I know JBP Hobbyist has stopped in. We want to thank him for stopping in.
Hey, before you say all the rest of the highs, here's one real quick thing. This is for the people in the chat right now.
Okay.
If Patty shows up, starts singing.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
Right.
We got Clark's Cove Detective. Oh, wait, that's us. We got Park Rep Pat in the house. PA Really Cunners. Come on, Marty's the Stalls. We
There's
see Madison, Madman Madison, Maine. Whispers from the Dirt.
Yep. Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you.
Let's see Why She Digs at Alabama.
Yes.
Thanks for joining.
Hey,
Mona.
Mona.
Always good to see Mona. Thanks for stopping by.
Ski Searcher. Yes.
Awesome. I'm trying to get Mr. Diggs. Tony. Always glad for glad.
Hey, Tony.
Okay, I think we might be.
Here's a universal hi to all of y'all because they don't give me time to be saying all that.
Well,
hey, I do have to say,
all means, you
was in my premiere last night, and I couldn't
turn it all over to you to let you say hello.
Yes, it's hello time for Rachel. She's out of jail now, so yeah.
Well,
I gotta tell Richie he was in my premiere last night, and he had said that he uses aquarium pebbles, aquarium rocks. I did too, Richie. That's what that was, but they got really dusty. I'm going to be trying walnut shells next, and then after that, the little steel things to get the. I don't care if the coins are shiny; it's just as long as they're clean.
I use the fish tank rocks that are the different colored. They're like little polished stones.
This is a vibrating tumbler, so there's no liquid.
It's different.
You can't use water or liquid in it.
No.
Okay. See, the one I have is the
the
from Harbor Freight that spins.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try the walnut shells, which I've seen on different forums, and the other one is the little steel things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I don't really care if it gets shiny because they're just going, the church is just going to turn them into the coin things. So
right.
So they just need to be clean enough to go through.
We're sorry we missed your premiere last night. We had met up with Cynthia Swearingen and hunted with her.
Actually, you could have sat down with her and watched it.
Well, actually, we left her from St. Albans. It was after 5.
It was probably 5. And then we made a stop at Walmart. And we had to, how many stops?
Grab
on
some
the way
supper.
Home?
Yeah.
Well, you were in St. Albans, so yeah, that's a little bit of a hike.
And by the time we got home, got cleaned up, it was upstairs. It was
Hey, Bill. Papa Ralph's what's in the dirt.
Thanks for
Why She Digs Alabama. Tell him, Ray.
Do what?
Why She Digs Alabama said, tell him, Ray.
Tell him, Ray.
Well, I tell you what, we cannot leave our guest
no, we can't.
hanging in the background any longer.
She's limited with time this
evening. But even after she leaves, we're going to probably hang out for a little while.
For a few more minutes, yeah.
I am excited about our tonight's guest. This is a lady that we have been watching for a long time. And
I'm sure a lot of you have as well.
I'm sure a lot of everyone else has. And
hey, Mark Miller.
She really needs no introduction really whatsoever. And we've already warned her, we're going to be asking questions that know she's probably been asked a million times, but
I won't.
That's how it goes.
Yes, you will too,
when you're a celebrity and you're invited on shows, you're going to get asked the same questions. But we'll try to make it a good evening, as always, and interesting, and
let's try to
have a few laughs.
Let's bring her up.
Shall we?
Let's quit talking about it.
Should we just leave her in the background? No, we can't do that. Everyone in the chat, please give a big covert welcome to none other than Gypsy Jewels.
Yay!
Hey, Gypsy.
Welcome, Gypsy. Glad to have you.
Yes, I have been excited all week about it.
Thanks for having me. We were just talking before the show. I remember Robert and Melissa following my channel back when I very, very, very first got started. And I think Ray did too, didn't you? Back when I very first started. And that's hard to believe. That's been like 7.5 years now. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
It's been a while.
It's been some time, hasn't it?
Been some time. So
Yes,
hey,
it has.
and hey,
Time
Richie.
goes by too quick.
But
Look, Richie, I'm wearing your shirt again.
what does it say?
Richie, Madison, Maine made it.
Oh,
Trash can
cool.
kitty.
How cool is that?
That is cute.
But yeah, it's been it's hard to believe it's been that long. Time flies when you're having fun and you're digging in the dirt, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
And I remember when I very first started my channel, I think I just bought my Garrett AT Pro. I had like a Garrett Ace 250. I had my Garrett Sea Hunter Mark II, and I had a MindLab Explorer SE. And then I think I even had some Chinese something that I bought. You know.
Did it go beep beep? That's what matters.
Yeah. Hold it up in the air and it beeps.
That's what my Garrett Carrot was doing.
But yeah, I remember at that time that I think those are some of the machines I had when I very first started my YouTube channel. But anyway, I know a lot of you probably, I know there's people in the chat that has already said hello, and I know some of you, but there's probably a few of you that I don't know. So if y'all got some questions, ask away. I'm ready.
I have a question that I've been dying to ask, and it's only because I am such a fan.
Look at him looking at the other 30% to see if it's okay.
This. And what I just got to ask is,
Hey, Maria,
what's it like to
welcome.
meet Jace Robertson?
Yes.
Jace. Well, let's see. Jace is a really cool guy. I remember the first time I met him, my buddy Bob, we were him and my buddy Bob lives he lives in Texas, but he's from Louisiana. So he said, hey, we're going to go metal detect this old ghost town field and stuff. And I'm like, sure, let's this sounds good. He said, well, there may be a guest there, somebody, but he didn't tell me that Jace was going to be there. So I got there and he said, oh, by the way, Jace Robertson is here. And I'm like, Jace Robertson? And I remember, so a little backstory on Duck Dynasty. My oldest son, he's 25 now. He just had a birthday. And my oldest son got me interested in watching Duck Dynasty. I really honestly had no interest because I'm not, I'd rather do the dirt hunting. I want to do the relic hunting and the coin hunting and that kind of hunting, dirt fishing. And I have no interest whatsoever, in hunting. So definitely not ducks either. So I just remember my oldest son say, hey, Mom, watch this with me. And he got into it. And I probably watched maybe 3 episodes is probably all I ever watched of the show. And then I watched maybe bits and pieces. And I remember my 2 favorite people on that show, I love Jace and I love Cy.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't met Cy. But now on their new show, I don't know how many of you watch their new show, but Jace has the new show on Fox Nation. I think they've been showing some of the episodes on Fox. It is a metal detecting show. And when the first day I met Jace, he was with his friend Murray Crow, which Murray Crow grew up with my friend Bob that introduced us. And that first day I was out there, he found a seated half dime. And I was just like, he just off way in the field. He comes back and shows me, and I took a picture of it and with him. And my friend Bob took a photo of him and I. And I went, home showing everybody, oh, look who I got to meet today. And my oldest son he was like so jealous and tell me more and all that. But he's really, he's funny. I love his kind of dry sense of humor. He has this funny way, but he's always joking. He is so clever. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I don't know if you watched the Garrett video with him and I out in Louisiana, and he put up those marbles and he's like, Gypsy, I found another marble. He makes up this whole story with those marbles and that doll head he found. But he's very clever, very, a lot of fun. And then I think a couple months later, I met Jet. And then now they have their Duck Family Treasure TV show. Y'all haven't had a chance to check that out. But then I ended up introducing him to Garrett, Steve Moore from the marketing team, and then got them involved. So Garrett, brought them on, and then now they have the signature edition, the edition of the Jace Robertson edition of the metal detectors. So that's really cool.
And that's what you use now, isn't that right?
I have two. I have just the plain, the original, and then I have the Apex Jace, and then I have the AT Max Jace. And I don't know if y'all know this, but recently they just came out with the camo edition Jace ones of I think the 200, the 300, and the 400.
Oh, really? No, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen those.
Oh, man, I guess they're thinking he's a big deal.
Right?
Now,
I wouldn't know him if I think I was next to him out in the field at the Garrett hunt. I wouldn't know.
And he did. A lot of people, he told me a funny story. I don't mean to make this all about Jace, but
hey, that's fine.
I just thought it was so funny. So he told me that, I was living in Austin before I moved back to East Texas. I was in Round Rock, and him and his wife bought a house over in Austin, and he said he was out there one day and a bunch of trash blew up in his yard, and he walks out there and he starts picking up the trash in his yard, and the neighbor had not met them yet or anything, and she looks over there and says, hey, when you're finished with picking that up, we come over in my yard and pick up the trash. I had no clue. She thought it was a hard man.
I had no clue because I never watched Duck Dynasty. So
really,
yeah.
Now I can honestly say we have watched every episode. Yeah,
because we have it on DVD, and I have to tell you this. Now I don't know what season it is, but there is actually an episode.
Hey,
there's actually an episode,
Cynthia,
where Cy and Jep are looking for some coins that Cy buried, and he goes, I got my metal detector, it's out there in the shed, and they go out in the shed and they get a metal detector, and I think it's an old bounty hunter, and they're out digging up Cy's yard looking for these coins that he had supposedly buried after he had come back out of the military, and it's just a hilarious, but they had actually mentioned metal detecting even back in their series, and I can't remember what season that is. We have all the seasons.
And did you? They made there for a while. You know how they make a lot of products. They made, I think, a Psy metal detector, a little cheapy metal detector.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I had someone tell me, said, yeah, I have one of those Duck Dynasty metal detectors. So, and maybe it was after that episode aired that it, but that
Go ahead.
JBP Hobbyist had a question for you earlier about, hey, Gypsy Jewels, when did you start painting, and do you use acrylics? I paint with acrylics.
Yes. So actually, my degree is in art. I've been drawing and painting ever since I could hold a pencil in my hand or a brush in my hand. And I love to paint, love to draw. So I actually, when I went to college, I got offered an art scholarship. So That's actually where my degree is. Who would have thought that, I'd end up wanting to dig in the dirt more, but
it's fun.
And now I've got to ask that. What got you into metal detecting?
Metal detecting? Well, so I think it's always kind of been in my blood. So my father, when I was younger, he used to take me and my brother, we would go exploring all the time. We would go walking all over. It didn't matter where it was, even down the alleys and some of those towns where, they've got the big trash cans in the back and in the back alleys. And we would go dumpster diving and find treasures in the dump. And he would even, my dad, growing up, he was into TV repair and electronics and stuff like that. And so he would drive us to the old junkyard and he would pull parts from these old TVs and old radios and stuff. And he would take junk and build something really cool out of it. But while he was out there, he would bring me and my brother, and I would be finding all kinds of stuff, treasures, coins on top of the ground. And so he was big into fossil hunting and rock hounding and all that. So anything that involved that. So I probably went to my first dump dig with my father, and would find bottles and marbles way back then. And then I even remember me and my brother, there was a place right across the street where we lived in McCamey, and we were pretty young. And I don't know what made us dig over there, but one day we just started digging in the dirt, and I found this beautiful brooch with these ruby stones, and I gave it to my cousin that was there with us. And I think we found a buffalo nickel and, stuff that, we love today. But that aspect, I guess I just grew up around. And then my grandfather and my uncle too were into that sort of thing. And then later in life, I was visiting Galveston, Texas before I ended up moving there. And I was about to walk into a t-shirt shop, and up from the beach came this couple up the stairs, and they had a metal detector in their hand. And I just said, "Hey, did you have any luck?" And they're like, "Yeah, we did." And so they showed me what they found. And I was like, I'm getting me one of those machines. and that was 25 years ago. So
wow.
Long time.
I kicked myself in the butt for not doing that. My dad was a detectorist through the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I think the last detecting he did was maybe like 90, 91. And I never did get interested. I used to go with him, and he'd go down to our city park, and I would always play. But I always liked helping him when he would clean his coins of the evening and see what he had found and help look dates for him. But I never got interested in it, and I wished I had back then. He used an old White's Coin Master, and I still have it.
Oh, wow.
I have his original metal detector, and it's just something I wish I'd have done. And the young detectorists that's out there that's starting out and they're hunting with their parents, and we've had several on our show, and I always tell them, you cherish this time hunting with your dad, and because you're doing something that I didn't do, and I wish I should have done it. And he passed in 2012, but I think he looks down on me because I tend to have a knack for it, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm a good detectorist, and Melissa has turned into a good detectorist. And
I know we was with Cynthia Swearingen yesterday, and her grandson and granddaughter, and her grandson said he is a machine. He is in the zone because Robert won't stop. He will not stop.
That's awesome. I tried to get my boys interested, and they were interested in it for a hot minute. They will still occasionally go with me. They went to the river with me last time I was there, and not this time, but the previous time. And they'll put on their snorkels and stuff while I'm metal detecting, and they'll kind of help a little, but they just never got interested. I tried, but maybe one day they'll
yeah, absolutely.
Those few memories, that when I brought them out and tried to get them interested.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an awesome hobby. We love it. I mean, me and Melissa both were just like, oh man, wish we'd have got into this a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. We started off with the Ace 200, and I still use that machine from time to time. I did a couple of videos here just about a month or so ago where I got it back out and used it just to let people know, hey, it might be a lot of people consider a beginner's machine, but hey, I know that thing like the back of my hand, and I started off with it and found 2 rings right off the bat with it, and it's an awesome coin machine. You cannot miss a coin with it. If you do, yeah.
I remember the Garrett Ace 250 came out, and that's back when I had my metal detecting store, and I sold metal detectors. Now I sell metal detectors for Brian at the Digger's Den, but that's back when I had my own store. And I remember when the Ace 250 came out, we had this guy that was in our club, and no matter what detector he used, everybody always, he would come and he would out hunt anybody. He could take, anyway, he came, and we had people that had the whatever kind of machine that they could buy at the club. And this man would go out and he took the Ace 250 out, and everybody's like, you found all that? What machine did you find that with? And it would be the Ace 250. And then everybody in the club went out and bought the Garrett Ace 250. But his actual secret, and what he told everybody, he said, no matter what machine you're using, if you just hunt in zero discrimination. And that's where I learned back then to hunt without any discrimination and learn those tones to where you can hear, that way you're hearing all of this metal in the ground. You're not discriminating out any kind of metal. You even hear the iron, but you start learning all that, and you get really, in tune with your machine, no matter what machine you're using, and boom. That's what he did, and he found more than anybody in the club. People used to get so mad, but that was his secret.
It is. You just, we never put anyone's machines down. I don't care what you're using, as long as you're out metal detecting, sharing.
If it's swinging beeps over metal, learn it.
That's right.
Doesn't matter what you spend on it.
And it's
half of it's learning your machine, the other half is location.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard so many people say, well, I used to use this machine, but now that I have this machine, I wouldn't have found it with the other machine. But you've got to learn your machine. You've got to learn your signals. You've just got to become one with it.
Yeah, you really do.
One with the force.
One with the force.
Yeah. My friend Wills that repairs detectors over in East Texas, he was in a car accident the other day, and I went and brought him some food and was helping him out at his store. And he had a couple weeks before, prior to his wreck, he was repairing a Garrett Ace 300. And he walked out to where the old telephone pole was, but found out that there used to be an older property where he was. Anyway, he was sitting there testing his this machine that he had just repaired, this Garrett Ace 300, and he found 2 gold coins out there, little tiny dollar gold coins, US. Wow. I mean, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just from he wouldn't have been out there with the 300 for any means, he said, but there you go. You just never know.
Absolutely.
I don't know what I would do if I found a gold coin. I would absolutely probably pass out right on camera.
No, I would be the farthest point away from you, and you'd be yelling and screaming, and
well,
I'd be.
Of course, yeah.
That's the first thing you do.
I think I would just lay right down there and die. That'd be it.
That would just
Right. Rachel, she was with me when I found my silver cut. Remember the silver?
Yeah.
Only real. I still haven't found a whole real. I found my first silver cut real. Hey, Ski Searcher, with Rachel. She was with me. I was pretty dang excited when I found that.
Yeah, you were.
I don't find any old stuff. I have to go, northeast to find anything.
Well, you found that in North Carolina.
So found that in North Carolina.
That is awesome. That is
crazy
awesome.
is we a few of us found flat buttons, a couple without shanks. She actually found a shank, and that thing had to be like 10 inches deep. Do you remember that? It was
that
little tiny itty bitty shank.
Hey, Dirt Pod.
Hey, Patty.
Hey, drumstick. Was that
Hey,
Zola that found that?
Huh?
You remember? Was that Zola that found that?
You found it.
Oh, I did? With the apex.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. That thing finds the tiniest little stuff. I'm
It was
like,
the 80 Pro.
Oh, my goodness.
I found little tiny itty bitty like necklace chain links, just one link.
it's amazing what you can find. You just gotta
And it'd be deep too.
really be in tune to your machine.
That's why I used my AT Pro at the Masters of Metal.
Ah, cool. You probably know the machine better than any other machine you have, I bet.
Yeah, it's like my right arm.
Right.
So I try to explain to people, like, it's not just a solid tone you're listening for. The tones have little nuances in them. Sometimes they're a little wavy. Sometimes they have a little pitch at the end or something. Like, you got to learn, though. When you hear people say learn your tones, they don't just mean the low, medium, high.
Right.
They mean the personality of the tone.
Nuances. Yes.
Right.
So true.
I love my Apex. From the day I got it, it took me a few days to get used to the different tones from the AT Pro, but I absolutely love that little machine. And I know Tezzy over in UK, he uses the Apex, and he's in love with that machine. I mean, he has got that machine down to he knows it like backwards, forwards, ups and downs, and I'm still learning on it. Each time I go out with it, I'd learn a little something new with it, even though I have been using it for what now? Going on 2 years, but I absolutely love that little machine.
You switch machines, it just takes time to learn all of those different nuances. And for me, I switch all the time back from Max to my, Apex. So it's like, I have to, I'm using this machine. So what is that? I have to remember. So it's kind of, you got to get reacquainted every time you switch to.
Does the Max have standard and pro on it?
Not like the Pro.
Oh, I was gonna say, because they just put it in standard. It's the Ace tones. I hate them. I don't know.
I love the AT Pro is an awesome.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah. I like the Apex. That thing, we had taken it to the woods. We did a in the wild comparison with it, but I did put a dime on edge, and the Nox couldn't pick it up. The AT Pro couldn't pick it up. The Simplex didn't pick it up. The Ace Apex picked it up.
Really? Wow. Well,
the only thing I didn't like about the Apex was the sound of the tones. I don't. That's why I don't like the Ace. It's just.
Now, see, I love them tones. For my hearing, the Garrett tones, because I have hunted with Cynthia. She uses the Nox and the Simplex, and
the tones.
To hear those things makes me. I don't know. It don't confide with
hearing problems.
Because I have hearing problems, and they do not go with my hearing. But the Garrett machines, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I click with those machines and their tones. So
I click better with tones than other machines. It took me the longest to get used to my Mind Lab. When I had my Mind Lab from, so.
Hey, Don. Well, I like the sound of the Mind Labs. My problem is I just can't. I'm mostly tones. I got to be on with the Knox 800. I'm almost all tones. VDI does nothing for me because my brain just does not want to compute the numbers because I'm so used to the AT Pro.
The numbers are so different. So it's
it's that, and like, I know the high 30s of like 32 would be like a clad quarter, but I just can't connect with the VDI on that like I did the AT Pro.
Right.
So like on the AT Pro, I know I look at the tone first. Then I hear the tone first anyway, but the VDI is just I think I'll dig that.
Dig it anyway.
But on the Knox, I like the machine. It's great. It has I used to use it only on the beach and not the Pro, but now I've been using it in the woods more just so I can learn it more. But yeah, I still, for me, for the Pro is always probably going to be where I know the nuances and the VDI, and the Knox, I do it by tone, but I haven't quite learned all its little little tweaks and stuff like that in there. But the VDI does nothing for me.
It took me 2 years to really get used to from going from the Pro to the Max. Just getting used to the different nuances of that too, and it just tones really, they're similar, but yet they're totally different.
Yeah,
it's weird how every machine is different and unique in its own way.
I still say the AT Pro is definitely built for the woods.
Yeah,
it's very much built for the woods. I mean, the coil is I think. Are you guys still alive over there? I think they froze.
I think they froze.
Yeah, they'll be back. Yeah, there they go. But I mean, the coil's a little big for trying to get in between things, the stock coil, and I'm a stock coil person, as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did put the 5x8 on there, but I wasn't a fan. It's just too weird looking. I'm just like, what is that little thing down there?
But you know what I love? My two go-to coils, though, now I have the 5x8, but I love the Viper coil because it's kind of the in-between of both of those.
I'm thinking about trying it. I mean, I'll never let go of my AT Pro. So
I think you would love the Viper coil on your AT Pro. I think you would.
I'm going to give it a try. I mean, I've been using the 6-inch on the Knox, and I'm getting used to that.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little frozen too. There we go. I caught up.
It was slowing down.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my I should have gone with what do you call it? Firefox and not Chrome. It's my Chrome does that. It makes me freeze up. Mark DeBerg one night was saying it's funny watching me because I'm talking normal, but the picture you see of me is like it starts slowing down, then it speeds up to catch up. But
hopefully they're pop back in.
They will. It's their internet out there. They'll be back up. So they were talking about machines you started with, and what is your favorite find?
My favorite find, well, I have a couple. So I have my favorite relic and my favorite jewelry find. And a lot of you probably heard me talk about these two things more than any over and over, but my favorite find, I think, was when I found my Eagle officer belt buckle, Civil War belt buckle that I ended up giving to the owner of the property, but it's still my favorite find, even though it's on their wall in a display.
Right, you got video and pictures, right?
But I've got photos. Yeah, I should get her to take some video for me, but I've got photos. But yeah, that's probably my favorite relic find, or one of my favorite relic finds that I've found. I guess my favorite, there they are. Hey.
Sorry about that, guys.
But I guess my favorite jewelry find, so that was my favorite relic find. My favorite jewelry find, years ago when I lived in Galveston, my parents were visiting in town, and I was using the Garrett Sea Hunter at that time. And my dad, he loved to go metal detecting with me. Again, he's the guy when I was little, you know, that would take me treasure hunting of all different kinds. So he loved to go metal detecting with me. He never wanted to metal detect. He still doesn't, but he loves to dig for me. So we went out to the beach, and he had taken off his sandals to walk along the beach, because, you know, sand feels great. You know, you're walking on the beach. So he'd left them on one end of the beach. Well, here we'd been out there for probably a couple hours, and then we noticed that there's one of those beach graders coming along, and he's like, "Oh no, my sandals are down there." So he takes off running to go grab his sandals. So I start working my way down to the edge of the shoreline again. So I'm swinging my machine, and I swing it over. Well, long story short, he ends up losing one of his sandals. So the machine took the other. So I ended up on the other side of the beach where I had planned on going, but I went that way because he lost his sandal. And I was like, oh, well, let's just swing over here for a few minutes and we'll work our way back to the car. And I swung over, got a hit over into the shallow water, and my dad grabbed the scoop and scooped it up, and there was this big men's wedding band ring in there, and it had stones in it. And I was like, oh man, I was so excited. So we got back to the car, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, this is heavy. You know, it can't be silver. It seems heavier. So I look in there, and I was thinking, well, maybe white gold. And I look in there and I see the word plat. And I'm like, platinum. And then it had 7 diamonds in it.
Oof.
It appraised at that time. I think at that time it appraised for like $3,700 and something dollars. Today it would probably be a $10,000 diamond ring,
if not more,
or more. But that's probably my favorite jewelry find that I've since found one other platinum ring, but it didn't have diamonds in it.
Now I have to say, with the Ace 200, my first ring find was a Disney Princess Stagecoach ring. It was 10 karat gold. It valued at $1,000. I ended up selling it to my pastor's wife, which paid for our gear, our metal detector, pinpointer.
That's awesome. You know, and it is when you can find, I don't mind letting go of the jewelry. I don't want to let go a lot of times. I don't like to let go of the relics. I want to keep those.
Yeah.
I've given away a lot of jewelry that I've found over the years. When I hit hard times, I had to sell a bunch of jewelry. So it truly is the hobby that for itself that pays you back. So that's for sure. One thing I wanted to mention, for those of you that don't know, on my channel, I'm getting close to 10,000 subscribers. So I've got a giveaway going on over there. I'm giving away a Garrett Ace Apex. So you go scroll down, I think it's 3 videos down, and you will find my giveaway. And you just write a comment that you want in the drawing. And as soon as I reach 10,000 subscribers, I'll be doing my giveaway. And I know, unfortunately, a lot of people, the first day I got that video up, I had a spammer, and I had to go in there and block them and report them. And then I had to go in and report every single person that they contacted. And then I had a flood of So it took about over 2 hours just to clean up that mess. But anyway, it's a pain when you get these scammers. But from what I found out, if y'all watched my warning video, because they hit me 2 other times after that, I found out that they'll say that you won, and then you click on their website and it says you won a prize or you won the drawing, and text this number. And people were texting that number, and they were trying to charge them over $100 for shipping their prize. There's the red flag right there, folks. It's terrible. Spammers.
Yeah, see, we got one of those messages, and I was telling Melissa, I was like, it's telling us we won from Gypsy, and she was like, you contact Gypsy, and because we're friends on Facebook, so I contacted you, and I was like, Gypsy, hey, we've got this. Is this legit? And you were like, no. Yeah, guys out there, if you see something like that pop up,
don't respond to it.
It's the same with group pages. I mean, when I created Dirt Therapy, it was literally an hour old, and somebody was on there selling T-shirts that said Dirt Therapy.
Same with my
Don't buy them unless the person that is an admin posted.
Pain. Isn't it a pain? It's just so frustrating. What is with all these people? Well, I know some of them are out to get money, but some of them just do it to be a pain. But isn't it? It's so frustrating. I like your little there, Ray.
Huh?
Slash.
Oh, he's awesome.
That's our little rabbit dog.
He went to Texas.
I've seen photos. Oh,
he was at the memorial hunt.
That too, I remember.
Yes.
This
is Rusty's best friend.
Yeah.
She brought him out here to the Cove. Rachel come and spent the weekend with us, and she had Slash. And of course, we are out in the middle of nowhere, and we actually are in a cove surrounded by trees in the woods, and he was sitting there, and Rabbit was out in the garden, and boom, he was gone up in the woods. It was hilarious. Those little legs just was going 90 miles an hour.
He's hilarious.
He just went to New York last weekend.
Oh wow,
he is a traveler.
Oh, he had fun. He was out there on the field with us.
That's so cute.
Like, what are you guys doing? I'm going to do it too.
If out your targets for you and help you know exactly.
I wish. He gets bored and then he's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right. Oh gosh.
Well, guys, I know Gypsy, I know your time is limited. Is there anyone in chat that has any questions?
I still have another question.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
If I'm allowed.
Yes, you are allowed.
You've been the one asking all the questions, Robert.
I know you have hunted with a lot of people. Anyone out there that you still like to hunt with and detect with?
That I haven't ever hunted with?
Yeah. That you would like to? The Clarks. I've
hunted with Ray many times. I don't think I've ever hunted with y'all, have I?
No, no, that is something we
want to come to Texas.
I had to ask that question to do that, but yes, we are. That's one of a bucket lister. Is I would love to be at a hunt with you and get to say I met you and got to hunt with Gypsy Jewels.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully one of these days, keep them digits crossed that we will get to meet up.
Yeah, I want to try to make Brian the Digger's Den Field of Dreams hunt. I'm hoping I can, but my schedule's so crazy from 1 minute. I've been working on a book. Some of you may know. I'm working on a beginner's guide to metal detecting, my first book. And I'm almost finished. So in between traveling right now, I'm getting so close to finishing. And right now it's finishing being edited. And then I got my cover done this last week. And I've got someone doing my back page. And I'm getting very close. My goal is to have it published and up on Amazon by the beginning of October. So I'll be here. So
yeah,
anyway,
we will definitely have to.
We'll be looking forward to that, definitely.
And even though it is a beginner's guide of how to get into metal detecting, because I would have had someone, we didn't have YouTube, 25 years ago. I didn't have YouTube, and I had was, I remember Western and Eastern Treasures magazine at the time, and I think the internet was just getting started. And I think Charles Garrett had some books that I had bought. Other than that, you had nobody, no mentors or anything. These days it's so much easier because you can Google anything and find tons of information, but not all in place. So what I tried to do with the book is not only touch on things a beginner would ask, but I think that there's still stuff in there for those of us that have been metal detecting for a while, that some valuable information that some of us might actually learn something. So
what is the title of Gypsy's Bit of Detecting Wisdom?
So the title is actually Just Digging It. Just digging it, and it's just a beginner's guide to metal detecting. So.
But yeah, we're still learning. We watch channels and we see different techniques, different things, and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And you're all the time finding different things.
It's true.
So, you're always learning.
Always. It's always learning.
Aspects of metal detecting too. Some like to just beach hunt. Some like to relic hunt. Some like to coin shoot. Some like to go prospect. Some like, it all combined. Like me, I'll go do anything. I'll dig anything. But so I try to touch on different things in the book like that. So hopefully I'll have that announcement soon. And I may end up doing hardback and paperback. So. And then what any of you, if you do end up purchasing my book, when you come to one of the hunts, just bring it, and then I can autograph it.
You guys heard it.
When you say she's going to give an autograph?
To the hunt, and she will autograph it for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I thought I had one nearby. No.
Rachel, you're at the Cove.
Oh, I just noticed that.
I noticed it earlier. Hey, Deej.
Hey, Deej.
Welcome.
Oh, hey,
yes,
Deej.
Cynthia. I am too.
Now we got to meet Deej back at Flash Bash last year,
did.
And I always have to apologize to her because I meant to go digging with her the next morning, but the antics the night before. When you meet channels and you're hanging out with everyone and just the moment takes over and
the guys.
And then morning comes and you're like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get up. I think we've all probably been there.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was cool getting to meet Deej.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
And no, Mary, you have not been pestering me tonight. Don't worry about it. And we try to moderate everyone in. I'm not over on YouTube. I stay over on StreamYard. So I have bounced over there and try to get some people that was new in the chat this evening.
Joel with Drum and Detect is saying, tell us about that Roman again, Gypsy.
About what, the Roman coin?
The Roman. I'm assuming coin.
Yeah. So I actually found a Roman coin back, this has been several years ago, in Florida. And then more recently, I was hunting at an old dump here in Fort Worth. And I got this big lump of a coin. I mean, this coin was this big. I thought it was just a melted quarter that had gone through the incinerator. So I just chucked it in the tumbler, the rock tumbler, with a bunch of the other finds. And I popped those stuff out and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a head on this. It's polishing up. It was polishing up like bronze or brass. And anyway, turned out to be a Roman coin. The only problem with that, I am not sure. I took it to a coin dealer and he isn't 100% certain. He doesn't know if he was thinking it could be bronze. It could have been one that somebody had brought over. The other one in Florida, I'll tell you all about that. I think that's actually a natural find. It was not, because there's a lot of, we won't get into conspiracy theories or anything like that, but once you decide to go down that rabbit hole, you will understand.
Well, there's evidence. So yeah, it's a natural find.
That there was other people here before, what we're told or taught in history books. So I'll leave it at that. But I on to the UK, and it looks like I won't be going to the UK this year with the Garrett group, but I'm supposed to be going to the Netherlands, to Holland with them. So I'm looking forward to that.
Wow.
So.
They used an awful young picture of Aqua Chigger. I was like, who's that?
You're like, looks like.
It's like a 20-year-old photo they're using.
Why She Digs Alabama is asking you, Gypsy, did you find that at Sugar Creek?
Yeah, at the Sugar Creek, now which we dubbed the Money Creek. So it started out being the Sugar Creek. Now it's been dubbed the Money Creek because we find so many coins there. But yep, I found it there. So you just never know what you're going to find, right? You
never know.
Never know.
Mary, we give her a free pass tonight to get out of Robert's jail. Absolutely.
Hey, I suffered last week just to make sure I made it in for 15 minutes. I think only the people that were there that night don't even know the whole thing either. That when I left the Masters of Metal, and we all were heading home and stuff, I suddenly got hives like all over me, like huge welty hives all over me.
Yep.
I have no idea what I ate because it was nothing unusual, but I had pulled over before it got really bad to make sure I made it in the stream for a while with them. And could you see it on my neck? How bad it was? I mean, it was huge.
Yes, we've seen that.
So I left. I was on I stayed on with them about 15, 20 minutes. And then I stopped at a convenience store to get Benadryl. And by that point, it was down my sides. It was on my legs. It was just one big itch. It was bad.
Yeah, Alicia said
no
we
idea
were the disabled dirt busters.
Yeah, we were the disabled dirt busters. I got the bad back. Charles had a bad back. Jean P had something wrong with her left eye, so she couldn't really see out of it. And turns out she tore 3 inches in her calf muscle.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we was watching that video, and all I've got to say to Alicia is stay off that leg and get it healed up. And It might take some time, and don't worry about your channel.
It'll be right there.
It'll be right there, and everyone's going to still be waiting for you.
Yeah, or just go live every Friday night.
So don't worry about that. This is a good community. They're all going to be waiting and just hoping you get back and get healed up. That's a bad injury.
Yes.
Yeah, she thought she was doing good in the morning. Like she heard it the week before. I mean, you can watch her 15-minute live from Friday night. She'll tell you the whole story. But we had this one where Debbie called it the claim jumper. So she had like 100 pull tabs planted, and you had to find one black one. And then when you found that one, your teammate in their section could find whatever they had. So lucky me, I was in the section with the tokens we had hunted for earlier, and I had to find one with a number 1 on it. So there's like 8 million tokens where I'm at. And then the next one had to do, Alicia had to do Zinkins. Debbie had buried a whole bunch of Zinkins. And these aren't just all 2 inches deep. Some are 8 inches, some are 6 inches. She made them all different depths. And so she had to find one with tape on it, and then Charles had to find a painted buffalo nickel. So we Charles, by the time I got to Charles, Debbie's like, at a certain point of the whole thing should take an hour. At a certain point, the whole team could go out and help whichever member, in whatever section. So we, I and G&P went out, and the other team, their people went out to find the buffalo nickel. I found it like the second hole. So we had to run over and get to this little pad. And then she was like, Amazing Race. She was like, well, congratulations. You came in third and you can move on to the next whatever. And then, so Alicia went to run to get in that square, and she got there, but she probably tore that calf muscle even more at that point.
Oh, no.
So she couldn't even walk down. So we got into a tie for third place, and it came to gold panning. So they put 4 little nuggets in a pan with 3 scoops of dirt, and you had to pan out those 4 nuggets, and whoever was the quickest, the team, all collectively. And I'm really regretting having taught half those guys how to pan. Because it was a matter of 9 seconds. And Alicia was the cleanup, and she did really excellent, even though she was like wanting to just collapse and cry.
Oh.
Yeah, get that leg healed up.
Yeah,
sorry to take away from
even if
Gypsy,
you've
but I
got
just
to,
wanted to tell that story.
even if you've got to go live in the recliner.
Absolutely.
With your feet propped.
So
hey, we're all
got
going to
your
be there watching. I mean,
expressions. Welcome.
But don't worry about that stuff. Everyone's going to be right here.
Absolutely.
And
just waiting for you to get better and get out there detecting again.
Don't worry, Gypsy won't think any less of you.
Started my channel, right? I mean, if you go back and probably watch my second video on my channel, I'm wearing a foot brace. I broke my ankle.
Ouch. Yeah.
Decided to start my channel, and I broke my ankle that week. And I was like, finally, when I'm like, I need a video for my channel. And you'll notice I'm wearing a little brace. I was on one of those little scooters for a while. Those little roller scooters to get around. And man, those not fun when you're trying to get out and that's
I would say it would be a challenge.
Swing, scoot, swing.
Scoot.
Yeah, I'd say it would be a challenge.
Very. Did we have any more questions? Because if not, I'm probably going to.
Yeah, I know. We've actually kept you longer than we was expecting to, Gypsy.
But it's just been so enjoyable listening to you tell your stories and experiences.
Yeah.
Well, what is, if you're going to hop off now, what is your biggest piece of advice to give anybody in the treasure seeking world, whether they're new or experienced?
Biggest piece of advice. That's a good one, right?
That is a good one.
It is.
You can use that on Treasure Vortex too.
Rachel gives you permission.
They probably that many times, but let's see. And there's a lot. I think number one, Ray actually covered it earlier. It doesn't matter what machine you're using, what brand, learn your machine, learn the nuances, and get out there and just dig it all. Dig. I was at the river I just got back from visiting my boys, and not yesterday, but the day before, I met two of my friends that I used to go water hunt with all the time, and I was determined to go ring. I'm not going to tell you whether I found a gold ring or not, but I dug so many freaking pull tabs just trying to find a gold.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I've dug in areas like the beach or in that river or in a water area like that And I know my signals. I know that 9 times out of 10, that more than likely is going to be a pull tab, because I know my machine enough. But at the same time, there's sometimes you get that shocker. There's been times where I'm like, oh, another pull tab. And then I dig down and boom, there's this gorgeous ring staring at me. You know, just learn your machine, dig it off. Doesn't matter if you dig. My legs sore today though. Digging in the river, my legs are sore.
I bet.
But we had fun.
Yeah, I always try to tell people never get discouraged.
Yeah,
just keep at it.
Many times I've been out. Now people sit there and they go, "Oh yeah, you ones with the YouTube, you're out there and you're finding all this cool stuff." How many times have we been out and we got skunked?
Every time for me.
No, not every time for you.
We don't have enough fingers and toes to count.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
The whole reason why sometimes I have to put 3 or 4 hunts all in one video, clips from each one of those hunts, because sometimes you go and you find 2 pennies or no pennies and a bunch of trash. It just happens. It's part of it.
It does.
And then you get on a roll sometimes and it's like boom, boom, boom. You just never know.
You try to explain to people that don't make content. Look, if I put if I put my typical detecting day in there, you'd never watch it. That's why I play with all my AI tools on my software, because there's a lot of times I don't have any video. So I'll just put little cartoons in there, whatever. I'll just play with it to make it entertaining, because I'm like, I didn't find squat.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate y'all having me on.
Oh,
yes.
It has been a
pleasure. And thank you so much, Gypsy.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for having me. And Ray, hopefully we'll catch up soon. I've been traveling so much today. I was on the road traveling back to Dallas, and then I'll be here a couple days back home. My goal is next week is to finish my book. I got to finish get it done. So in between another project that I'm working on. So there's always something, right?
Hey, there is always something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Gypsy, it has been a pleasure.
We're not going to keep
we won't keep you any longer. And you have a great evening. And thank you. And we hope to meet you soon.
And thanks for hanging out here at the command center here at Clark's Cove tonight. You're just the greatest. And if everyone out there, if you're not familiar with Gypsy Jewels, please go over to Zero Discrimination and check her channel out.
Absolutely.
And you're going to fall in love with her.
Share her channel out. You'd be surprised how many people that are not subscribed. Let's get her to 10K. We can do it.
There you go.
I have faith in all of you, because somebody needs to win that. What is it? A detector, right?
That's right.
We're going to win that detector.
Share her out. Share her out on TikTok. Share her out on Facebook. Share her YouTube link out everywhere.
Thank you. And I know Ray, she's always sharing my stuff, and I appreciate that. So thank you all. Y'all have a great night.
You too.
You too.
Good night.
Good
night.
Night.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh my God, guys.
What an awesome evening.
Now you know what we're going to do, and I bet everyone's been wondering. Clark's didn't do a giveaway tonight.
We knew Gypsy was pressed for time.
So we didn't want to push the giveaway. So guess what?
We wanted her to have that time. So
we're going to get ready and set up our giveaway now. And we're going to do that giveaway at 9:30, because we're going to hang out here and just talk about the evening and whatever else anyone might want to talk about. And what we're going to give away tonight.
What are we going to give away tonight?
Well, we're going to give away a couple of wheat pennies, and that's all they're going to get.
Oh, I know better than that, because I see that $2 bill.
And we're going to give away another $2 bill. Then you're going to get then you're going to get the Clark's Cove giveaway, which is the bracelet.
Hey, the Dologist, that's a good thing about YouTube. You can always go back and watch the beginning later.
You're going to get a Clark's Cove sticker, and tonight's Sasquatch sticker here. I'll have to make this big so everyone can see it.
Rachel was talking, but she was.
Well, I'm trying to do the giveaway.
No, that's not what I'm saying. She was talking, but her face was frozen.
This is the Sasquatch Mountain Dude that you're going to get tonight. And
it's still frozen.
Then we've got another awesome sticker pack with straight up metal detecting. We've got a Team Lynch. We've got a Honesdale Detectorist. And Greenie says, be kind, guys. We got a Dan Chillin' and Grillin' with Dan B, a Looterate, and a Adventures in Metal Detecting. So now what you're going to have to hashtag, and let me get over here and set this up, and then we can get back to whatever we're talking about.
But they don't have one of these. You don't have one of these to give them.
GJ for Gypsy Jewels. And we want to thank. No, I don't have one of those in the giveaway tonight.
Well,
so you give, are you giving that one away?
Yeah, I'll send it with a silver dime.
With a silver dime. Okay, awesome. So Rachel is throwing in one of her channel stickers and a silver dime in this giveaway.
I'm mixing them up. I ain't even looking. Whatever I grab out here.
Hashtag GJ, and we'll do that at 9:30. And we want to thank Gypsy Jewels.
Absolutely.
For stopping by the command center tonight and hanging out with us. And, you know, guys, we have thrown around wanting her on our show for so long, and I never thought it would actually happen. And it did. Hey, Joseph Diekman, your
mail went out yesterday.
I sent you an email. I don't know if you've got that yet, but your mail went out yesterday. So awesome.
Make Rachel big.
Oh, no, it's a 1943 Merc.
1943 Merc. Awesome.
I guess it's 43. I don't know. I can't see.
So hashtag GJ for Gypsy Jewels. And once again, like I said, we have been following Gypsy for a long time.
I think Joseph needs smurfed, according to Mary. Because she says smurf him, Robert.
Let me go over here. And Mary has been on top of the game tonight. Mary had been quite contrary this evening. How does her garden grow? Well, no, we love Mary.
Yes, we do.
And she knows that. Let's see. There he is. There's Joseph. We'll get him moderated in. Because we don't have any thing about we try to moderate everyone that we can in. You know, I've heard people say that, YouTube doesn't like it when you moderate everyone, but you know what? Oh well, they'll get over it. That way you all can connect with each other a lot better. You can share your links to your channels, and it's just a better way of connecting with each other. So
yes, it is.
We try to make everyone a moderator. So thanks, Mary, for being on top of that tonight. So I think that ought to get me up to 100% tonight, Mary.
See, he had an agenda there, Mary. That's the reason I was remaining silent. Anyhow, Rachel, what's been going on in your world this week?
Same stuff, different week. I haven't had any hives lately.
Good.
That's a good thing.
Good deal. Madison Main says he remembers the Andrew Dice Clay version of Mary Mary. That's been back in the day, isn't it, Richie?
Yeah, I remember Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah. Back in the day. Absolutely, Aaron.
Yeah.
You won't get scolded.
There is no anytime when you pop in, you want to start sharing your link, Aaron, by all means, go for it right off the bat. I'm not one of those. Now, I remember a time.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
I'm going to sit and tell you, back when we used to just watch before we even started the channel, and we was over watching everyone and people that would have live streams. I remember people they'd start talking about their channels and they'd actually get scolded. You don't talk about your channel on someone else's channel.
I mean, that just did not go on.
Unless they say it's okay for you to do that. Well, you know what, man?
Things have changed.
When you come on, you want to share your channel.
I've had people come into my chat and, several times ask me, can I get a wrench? Can I get a wrench? You notice there's not that many wrenches in mine. And it's not because I don't want anybody to share their channels or anything like that. I have other reasons why I use my moderators as moderators.
Right.
But that's not to stop anybody else from sharing your channel. Yeah, it's great to share your
the
channel.
more moderators you have, the less you're apt to get someone coming in and saying something inappropriate, because you got everyone that can jump on them and boot them out.
Yeah. I mean, I have several. I mean, I have a lot of people that are standard moderators or the other one.
That managing, yeah.
But like I never care if somebody wants to share somebody else's link in my chat. It don't matter to me as long as you're not doing it repetitively.
Right.
Like a certain other channel used to do, kept saying
big
giveaway at 1,000 and they were at 200. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Don't go over and try to drag people from someone else's live stream to your live stream or your channel while they're doing something. But by all means, share your links out there, guys, and
yeah, your link, as long as, because I've seen people share what they thought was a link and was actually a link to a video. Share your actual channel link, not a video link, because if somebody clicks on the video link, they're going to go directly to the video and totally out of that live stream. But if you share your channel link, it'll open up a new window for another, channel.
And some of you might not realize, as a moderator, if you go over in the chat to the right and you get the little 3 dots up, it'll pull up their channel. So you can click that channel. It'll pull it up in another window. So you can start reviewing their channel right then and there.
I think it was Expressions asking, and Rachel, you might be able to better explain that than Robert or I, about what exactly is a managing moderator.
Well, managing moderator, I don't know. I've never done any of the responsibilities of a standard moderator. You can silence somebody for 300 seconds. You can delete their their comment. But I think the managing moderator has just underneath the host's same controls.
I thought the managing moderator could actually moderate people in.
I don't think so, but I know that you can do more than a standard. Like you can, boot somebody out basically instead of just timeout.
That's something, again, on that subject that I have not seen in a long time is a lot of the trolls anymore. I remember some live streams, people would go live and they'd have people coming into the back room showing their private areas.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that in quite a while now. Thank goodness that you have those people butting into live streams.
Literally butting in.
Trying to be
it was actually children, well, not children, not little kids, but pubescent young men that were doing it. So I guess some parents are on them.
I actually remember being on sitting and watching one of Liz's Digging Canucks live stream, and she was getting people, and she's like, "Okay, we didn't need to see that tonight."
Yeah, that was a kid.
And I'm thinking that is so horrible. Man, people ain't got nothing better to do than to pop into someone's live stream and want to do something like that. I mean,
Expressions of the Outdoors says, I'm a recovering troll. Once I moved out from under that bridge and into a house, I slowly became civilized.
You don't see that stuff anymore. I mean,
thank goodness. I don't want to see it to begin with.
And then I remember a lot of the I guess that was bots coming in, and you don't see that a lot anymore.
Not
a lot
so
of
much.
Stuff it's kind of toned down a lot. Yeah, I've noticed that the sex bots have disappeared. Yeah. We used to get a lot of that stuff on our comments. We get
just
quick here.
We don't need to go in detail.
Don't want to go into detail on that tonight. Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. Any of you, though, just joining us that have not got in on the giveaway, it's going to take place at 9:30. #GJ,
and that was for Gypsy Jewels. Yes. And once again, I just want to thank her for being a guest tonight on Little Old Clark's Cove Detecting. I mean,
and Jimmy Licari.
She's just the great, and we have been watching her for
and she is right. We have been watching her back.
Hey, Jimmy.
When she was a small channel.
When she was a smaller channel.
You know, a smaller channel.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah,
welcome.
I want to think she was below 1,000 subscribers, definitely below 1,000 subscribers when we first started watching Gypsy. And like I explained to her, we don't get to watch her like we would like to, but we always try to catch one of her videos from time to time and let her know that we're still here. Things get hectic. She
generally uploads a new one most of the time when I'm at work. So, I'll put it on, I'll listen to it till I get to the next relay, and then, let it play while I'm walking and delivering the mail and stuff, because we can't be caught on the phone, so I can hit the like, but I can't sit there and type a comment.
I'm reading chat.
Yeah, we just reading chat because we
But talking about Alicia and her injury, Alicia, please just stay off the leg, let it heal up, give it plenty of time.
Yeah, you're still young. You don't want to push it you let it heal. Otherwise, you'll be old like us and all gimpy, and you'll never heal.
Because that could actually be, I don't want to sound naysayer, but that could actually be an injury that if you don't let it heal up,
it might not
could
heal.
haunt you the rest of your life.
So you don't.
I have injuries like that. It's nothing, trust me.
Just
let it heal up, and don't worry.
Your channel,
everyone will be right there waiting on you.
Subscribers and viewers will be right there waiting on you.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I can't stress that enough.
Yes, you are going to go stir crazy, Alicia.
Yeah, but like I said, if you got to just go
gives
live,
you more time to catch up on all those channels that you've been missing and not had time to watch.
Just go live from the easy chair.
You can do a compilation video. You can take highlights of your last
watch and
5 videos and use StreamYard.
Wheelchair and dig. Aaron says.
Absolutely, like Rachel said, compilation videos. Mm-hmm. Go back, pick out some of your greatest finds, and just make a
video together.
Yeah, you can do a picture-in-picture. You can use StreamYard and record on StreamYard. And just have your video behind you. You can talk about the stuff. There's plenty of things to do. You're not going to be out forever.
No,
but you can find. Trust me, you'll find things to do and content to create.
Yeah, but definitely.
And even then, when it heals up, you're going to have to. When you get out and start detecting, you're going to have to be mindful of it. Slow and steady. You know what they say, slow and steady wins the race.
Yep.
And just take it easy.
Yeah, going fishing would be relaxing and something just easy to do. Just be careful.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
Because like I've always tried to say, no find is worth your health.
Yep.
It's not. It's better to be here tomorrow than not to be here tomorrow. So keep that leg, do what the doctor says.
Listen to Paul Clark.
And listen to Mom Paul Clark.
Yep. Oh, it's your digging foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
See that? And that's where you're going to want to make sure that when you go back, you're 100%. So
yep.
Any physical therapy, do it. My mom, she'd get injured and she thought she knew more than the doctors knew, and hence she would live with pains that she shouldn't. So just do what they tell you. That way you can get back full throttle. And
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be Father Bob here, but we
take it from us old folks,
we're
Alicia.
Just concerned about you. Just know that.
Take it from us old folks. If we could have your use, we'd do it again. But we do it differently.
Differently. Yeah. Did we say hello to Danny Boy?
I did in the chat. I didn't get to say it as loud as I usually do because Gypsy was on here. But yes, Danny, thanks for stopping by this evening.
Cynthia, yes.
And Cynthia, we had a blast.
Digall just says he's the old man here. I don't think so, Digall.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if Jim Steele's still in here, he's the old man. We
actually got to meet up with Cynthia yesterday. Her and her granddaughter and Archer and her granddaughter's friend, who I thought was her granddaughter.
Yes, Cynthia. Robert thought Your granddaughter's friend was your
granddaughter too.
I said, no, that is her friend.
But we had a great day yesterday.
We got a video out of it.
Yeah, made a video
It'll come out in a few
It'll be a
weeks.
while before, because you all know that how we do our videos, so it's going to be a while. But when that video comes out, we'll let Cynthia know that her video is out.
Jim Steele, see, he said, I'm the old man here.
But we had a great time with Cynthia yesterday. And
yes, we did.
And I have to apologize because I started metal detecting and I did not freaking stop.
He didn't stop.
And I didn't mean to do that because I wanted to hang out. But we did get to sit and hang out and talk, but
yeah, not
as much as I wanted to. I just got into metal detecting, and everyone, I think, had a good day.
I think, yeah, Cynthia said they had a blast. And I know I took a couple of breaks so I could just sit down and chit chat with Cynthia. And I told Archer, Cynthia's grandson, I said, you need to go tell Robert he needs to take a break. He said, if he's not going to listen to you, he's not going to listen to me. But he said,
but
Robert is a machine. That's what he said.
He'd come over and check on me. He's like, Robert, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm just detecting. And he's like, and I found a, I guess it's like a bicentennial Canadian penny. It was 1867 to 1967.
He's like an Energizer bunny, Mary.
And Archer was just absolutely amazed that I found that. He said, how do you find this stuff? I said, you won't stop. You just keep going. I said, well, that's what you got to do. I said, you got to keep on hunting and swinging that coil, and those finds are out there.
Yep.
But we had a great time.
We did.
And he is growing.
Oh, my goodness.
The kid is as tall as I am already.
We met him 2 years ago.
He's what, 14?
14.
And he's already as tall. Hey, anyone would be as tall as I am.
Hey, NorCal.
While she digs Alabama, Cynthia had to reach me her digger once and say, give him a whack, Melissa.
That's a good video. I can't wait till it comes out. Hey, NorCal Digger, people are going to love it. Melissa,
I done forgot what he said, Cynthia. That he needed a whack.
Oh, probably several things.
Hey, Mason Merck, how you doing?
Yep, several things. Yeah, if you're all just joining the chat,
yes.
At 9:30, we're going to do our giveaway. Hashtag GJ for Gypsy Jewels. She was our guest tonight. We want to thank her for stopping by and hanging out here at the command center.
Absolutely.
And we had a blast. It was like always. It goes by.
It goes by so quick.
Way
and I know there was probably so much more she wanted to talk about, but she was kind of limited with her time this evening because she wasn't even at home. No, she wasn't at home.
She was at someone else because where she's traveling, and we understand she's busy, and we just want to thank her for taking some time out of her time to join us here and hang out with Clark's Cove Detecting. And we had an awesome night. Been a really awesome night.
It has been a wonderful evening, and we are going to cut it short here before too much longer. Of course, after the giveaway.
And we need to tell everyone that we will not be here next weekend. Next weekend, Bob and Melissa's going to take some Bob and Melissa time.
Yes, we are. I don't think we're even going to go detecting next weekend.
No, we're taking the whole.
I swallowed and it went down the wrong way.
We're taking.
Excuse me.
Well, yeah, please do. You're interrupting over there, 30.
I gotta get a drink of my Kool-Aid.
Well, you what? But we're going to take next weekend off.
Tomorrow morning, folks, stay tuned to see if Robert survived the night.
and go probably go side-by-siding. And yeah, we're even going to take metal detecting weekend off. And
Florida Thunder digging with Rob. You missed Gypsy Jewels, Rob, because I was wondering if you was going to pop in while she was still here.
You'll have to go back and kind of catch some of the replay.
She had some good advice. If you want to watch the replay,
awesome guest tonight. Awesome.
She had some awesome information out there.
But yeah, we're going to do Bob and Melissa next weekend. Now I'll be hopefully Thursday.
Based on internet.
Based on internet, I will have my Coiner show Thursday.
You want to see that, Joel?
What was it?
Joel said Smacky.
I tell you guys.
Hey, Cynthia, I kid you not, Cynthia picked up her digger, not little hand digger, but the shovel digger. And she rushed it to me. She said, whacky,
Give
Melissa.
Him a whack with it.
Oh, goodness
We've had a good time here this evening. It's been a good evening.
Yeah, DGAW just said, I saw Gypsy say goodbye.
Well, there's always the replay. You can go back and watch.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. It was a good night.
But yeah, we're planning on getting up early before the heat.
Yeah, we're going to head back to the 1907 property and clean out a couple of
take a rake with us,
flower beds, and see if we can hit anything. And if not, then we're going to start hitting those curb strips up through there, because those are some old curb strips in that area. And now whether they've been detected or not, who's to say? But we like that challenge.
Yeah, we'll
go in and see if they have or haven't.
Yep.
So,
and of course, Robert loves to go in behind where I've already detected that.
You do the same thing. Hey, if it hadn't been for that you had done that last summer, you wouldn't have found that big silver ring that I missed.
And you interrupted me, and I was getting ready to
so
say.
So sorry.
I was getting ready to say, if you just swing a different direction. I mean, Robert could have been going here, and I come in on this direction here. Hey, you're going to find something that they've went over. Like Rachel was talking about earlier, she was doing a test with a dime and different machines, and just based on the way that dime was laying.
Mason's wanting to know when we're going back to the marble factory. We were talking about that yesterday with Cynthia.
We don't know.
We need to.
We need to, though, before
we really do. I'm afraid if we go up there, it's already going to be gone.
We need to call.
But we need. I ain't worried about even calling. I'd just like to make a weekend road trip and go up there and just see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, swing a different direction a lot. That is another key to it. Yes.
And it's just, I mean, I know a lot of you all do that, and I'm not trying to say that I'm a professional. By all means, I'm not. But
please don't.
You know, if I find a signal.
Are you waving something on from Robert?
Yeah.
Like I said, I can do this.
I'll walk around it, swing, walking around it in different directions. And yes, Jim's still going to find more of the marbles you lost. Absolutely. But I mean, that's the truth about metal detecting. That's how come they say to grid in all different directions, because it just takes something laying that's on its side a certain way. You're going to miss it going one way, and if you go another way, you're going to pick it up.
There and give them your expertise.
I'm done giving my expertise.
Maybe you ought to write a book too. There,
it would be a very short one. Let me tell you, I am not a book writer. I used to be a reader. I love to read, but having the time to do it, Yes, Mary, he's heading to 5%. Second warning, absolutely. I like the marble factory too, Aaron. A lot of the marbles, though, that were laying there on top weren't older marbles, because you had to dig for the older ones, and that's something we weren't able to do. They won't allow you to dig there, but still, marbles are so interesting. And Cynthia got a few marbles yesterday to add to her collection. Yeah, absolutely. So, Rachel, you have anything you want to talk about before we do this giveaway? Any events coming up that you know of that you want to talk about, or?
No, I don't know of any events coming up. I mean, most of y'all already heard about Masters of Metal, so you should go to mindlab.com and check that out. Yeah. If you go into an event, what they're going to be doing is having it coinciding with some events. So let's just use Digstock, for example, because that's one of the bigger ones. They would be with Digstock. So your ticket to Digstock wouldn't cover it. It's a separate entry. So I think the next one is in Florida.
Yeah.
So if you go into the hunt in Florida and the Masters of Metal is attached to it, you get a team of 4 plus an alternate. The alternates, because if one of you 4 can't make it to the competition, or if you can't make it to the finals. So first place is $2,500, and I think third place is $1,000 or $1,100. It's on the website. Everybody at the finals. Okay, so the finals this year is in Alabama in November, and The winning team will be regional champion, and every team member gets a mana core, including the alternate, who doesn't even have to participate unless one of the others can't make it.
Wow, really?
Yep. The alternate gets everything. Hey, Austrian Stacker.
Yeah.
The alternate gets everything that the actual contestants get. So you have to have a team of 4 plus an alternate. And the best part is, for me, the best part was the entry is we didn't have the alternate pay with us because we all 4 knew we were going to the actual, we would be going. So we split it 4 ways, but the entry is $100 a team.
What happened?
It's where we lost connection a while ago, so you're going to have to redo it. He just noticed his his giveaway wasn't gathering. Yeah, he's going to have to redo it. Sorry, we did not mean to interrupt. So he's going to have to redo the hashtag GJ. So give him a couple minutes, guys. Rachel,
so I'll finish talking. So it's, if you're going to an event where you see Masters of Metal is going to be, spend $100 for your team of 4. It is not $100 per member. It's $100 for the team. And then, like I said, everything that the team wins, the alternate wins as well.
Why is it not gathering?
You're going to have to back out and re-enter it again.
Shoot.
It's where we lost.
Sorry, guys. It shouldn't be, because I thought we lost. We did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's got to get his thinking cap on.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Okay, here
now,
we go.
Please start hashtagging
GJ
as much as you can, guys. Sorry about that.
I can't compete. None of us, my team or the alternate can compete again this year, but we can next year if we want to. Whether or not we all 4 plus our alternate create the same team or not, it's something different. But if you know that you're going to the hunt in Florida and you have at least 4 other friends that are going too, I would definitely suggest paying the $100 per team to go to Masters of Metal.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Well, the best part is a lot of people are kind of wary of going because they think, well, I'm not a master. You don't have to be. We had somebody detecting for a year up to somebody detecting over 30. And we had every manufacturer in our team. We had Nocta, MindLab, Garrett, and XP.
Wow.
So don't have to use a MindLab. Don't have to be an expert. A lot of it is, one of the heats was speed, finding tokens. Another one was matter of luck, literally. So you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to swing a MindLab. I would suggest doing it if you can't get to it this year, but you're going to an event next year where Masters of Metal is going to be. Do it. Only 30 teams, so don't take long to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, at least, Alicia, I'd say that was a bit of a trip, especially with your injury.
Yeah, for one day.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Let's see what we have here.
It is 9:34.
That's why I said, like, if you're going, the other ones will be at events. This one was just the only standalone one.
Yeah.
So if you're going to an event where you're going to be there all weekend, then I would definitely do Masters of Metal. I would suggest getting a team of people that are going and do it. And the team also has to be able to go to the regional finals, as well, or you forfeit.
Okay, guys, we're going to give you about one more minute.
Yeah, we'll give you
a couple
more. We got, let's see, what do we got? What have we got here? I don't want to do that.
Robert's pushing buttons.
I'm pushing buttons. Well, we got 25 entries and 33 in chat. Come on, guys. Hit that hashtag GJ for Gypsy Jewels. And once again, we're going to thank her for being a guest tonight.
Outdoors with Aaron. He's wanting that Sasquatch, that Bigfoot sticker.
Oh, the Mountain Dude. That is. Here, let me do this and.
That's not changes. I think
it is a cool one, Mountain Dude.
Yeah.
And we still have. Hey, that's not the last Sasquatch sticker. We still have this one, which is Shenandoah Squatch. Then we have the one with the mullet. And then the last one is the motorcycle Squatch. And then I have this big one here, which I have something special planned for that one. So, but yeah, we still have a few of those. But yeah, good luck to Aaron tonight on that.
Good luck to everyone. We're going to get ready and do that. And just a reminder that next weekend
we are off.
Yeah, we are off.
We're going to take next weekend.
I know we're off all the time.
I know you're all liable to be, we can't go a weekend without the cart. I don't think they'll be.
I think they'll be okay. And Rachel has hers.
And she's giving away a sticker and a Mercury diamond tonight.
Too bad they can't see me.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You might want to put her back up there.
Well,
you don't have to make me big, but
there we go.
Yes, we do.
Robert
this is that I forget what this is called. Jewel cut.
Keep digging. LL
sticker, so it's not a circle. And a Merc.
Sweet.
Thank you, Rachel. So someone is going to be really lucky this evening. Yes, Jim Steele. Wow, a coverless week.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, we like everyone, they have to have, got to do the husband and wife thing and the other hobby thing, metal detecting. We love metal detecting. Don't get me wrong, and we love hanging out here with you guys.
We've not been side-by-siding
for a few weeks now, and it just got the itch. And
since we went chunky dunking.
Yeah, they haven't seen that video yet, and they will. It's coming up.
Yeah.
And it's time to get out and do some
We love
side-by-siding
Sasquatch stickers expressions. We truly do.
And hanging out in the woods and doing that stuff.
Outdoors with Aaron says he's still got your sticker on my treasure box.
Awesome.
Good deal.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, we're going to give them to 9:40.
Okay, 3 more minutes.
Then we're going to do the giveaway, and then we're going off here.
Yeah,
we got to get up in the morning, and we're going back to the 1907 house, see what we can find there, and then off to some curb stripping.
We're looking forward to it. Yeah, Mona, chunky Duncan, not skinny dipping,
not skinny dipping.
Duncan.
Chunky Duncan. Thanks, Tony. Yep, smash that thumbs up. But we had a good time tonight.
And we were so glad to see Slash, but we never got to talk to him.
He's asleep now. He's made his little slash nest on my bed.
Honestly, Mary, I think I still have a couple of your stickers left. But if you would want to send us a few more, by all means.
We still, I think, have a couple.
But I'm sure I still have a couple. I just reached down in the pack and pulled out.
I just said yes, but the word naked, don't. That's not part of it. I don't know where we heard that from. Chunky
It was
Duncan.
on Facebook.
Was it?
Someone had sent out some. We don't skinny dip here. We chunky dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's a good one. Trying to get Alicia to record curve is not an easy task.
I'm sure it's not, Danny boy.
Don't do too much of it.
Yeah. Don't get arrested.
Only if you can get some one stuffed.
Hey, you never know. Someone may start tossing the ones. Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Aaron. I seen you were waiting on your stickers.
Yeah, we understand.
It happens. The mail.
It doesn't always go according to plan.
Yeah. So as soon as you get them, people understand.
PD Sandigger says, I'm going to D. Okay, guys, it is 9:40.
It's time.
It's time for a giveaway.
Let's get this giveaway going.
Yes,
we have 35 in chat. We have 27 entries. So if you haven't hashtagged GJ, do it. And can I get a countdown?
10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Blast
off.
Good luck, everybody.
Everyone. And let's see who we're going to get to.
Oh, golly.
I am.
Robert. Okay.
It's Mason Merck Metal Detecting.
Are you guys still here?
I know they are. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, they just said something a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just said, let's go.
All right. Mason Merck Metal Detecting.
And we have their address. I had a girl curb stripping on my curb stripping. Oh, it jumped by. I didn't get to finish it.
We
curb
are
stripping
here
in West Virginia. Oh, I hear thunder.
I was curb stripping in West Virginia. And Mason Merck is here. Awesome, guys. Congratulations.
I said, why didn't you believe me? I said he was here.
We did believe
We did. I just had to see it for myself.
He said, let's go.
Congratulations, Mason Merck.
Yes. We will get that out to you on Tuesday.
Me too.
Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday. And Rachel has her sticker and her silver dime.
I'm sure she has.
I was thinking when I said Anna Merck, I wonder if Mason Merck would win.
Mason Merck would like a Merck.
Yes, congratulations, Jim.
They had an awesome video. The little gun that they found was cool.
Yes, they did. That was cool, wasn't it?
That was an awesome little find. So
yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're out of here. That's basically all I'm going to say. I know there's still 31 in the chat, but we're going to get. We've already went over what we were planning on. I've told you
dozens of times. They ain't leaving till you leave.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
And we're going to get ready.
But sometimes after those giveaways, you see that number go down. You know.
Sometimes, but you keep the same amount of people, so you're not attracting people that are just here for the giveaway. You're attracting people that are here for you.
We know that.
And you know what? We thank each and every one of you all
Thanks,
for
Patty.
that.
You have a good night.
And we want to thank you, Rachel, for being here to help us out and keep that going.
Thanks, Whispers from the Dirt. You know, a lot of you guys out there, I still don't know your names. Don't take that personally. I'm just the world's worst. So if I just say thanks, Whispers from the Dirt.
Mary says good night, 70%, which is me.
No, she finally got it right. That's Robert. That's Melissa, and then Rachel's got the.
Rachel's 25% and Robert's poor 5%. Good night, Marty.
Thank you, Mona. We love you. We appreciate everyone that stops by and hangs out with us. It's been a great evening, and I can't thank Gypsy Jewels enough for stopping by.
If it doesn't rain, Joel,
and
that's our
hanging
plan.
out with us tonight. And
thank
always
you,
Rachel for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
And putting up with our antics.
Yeah.
our shenanigans.
Robert's
That's
interruption.
what I've been doing on Saturday night.
Thanks, Frankie. But
and Alicia.
Rest that leg, girl.
Yes, we'll be right here. Everyone else will be
right
here.
The doctor tells you what to do.
Listen to Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob. That's a good one.
Thank you, Mason Merck. I don't know. It just come rolling off your tongue.
It does.
Like a lot of things do.
It flows like poetry off my tongue.
I've got my boots on, guys.
It's getting deep in here, guys.
But anyhow, it's been a pleasure spending the evening with each and every one of you. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. And
I don't think they did.
I think they did.
Do you think they did?
Yeah.
I think they did, maybe. If you think they did, I think they did.
And we're going to leave you with this.
I ain't leaving them with nothing.
We will see you guys on that next good.
What? You didn't do it right. You see, you messed up already. Because we're supposed to say, if you lose it,
we find
it. Then we say, we'll see you on the next good cover.
Absolutely. He couldn't have said it better.
Or whatever.
There you go, Mason. Robert 2%, Melissa 49, and Rachel 49. Wow.
Wow. Man, I'm just losing popularity here left and right.
But guys, we're gonna let you go.
We're gonna let y'all go. Go over and check out other live streams.
Yes.
I know they're going on. Go over and give them your support as always. Hopefully see you guys on Digging Sunday starting at 6:30 with Team Lynch, Clark's Cove, Texas Plug Wrenches, DNL, and Metal Mike and Purses. Hope to see you all there. And always support all the other channels that's out there doing their thing, because they're just like everyone else. They're just putting their content out there, doing their thing, and they love our support, because they wouldn't be there if you all wasn't there. Just like we wouldn't be sitting here. Hey, that's right, Danny. He knows what side of the bread his butt is buttered.
How much did you pay him to say that, Robert?
Everyone go over and check out Rachel.
Jersey
Ray Diggs, Friday
Shenanigans.
nights and Wednesday night shenanigans. Absolutely.
Rachel, hang in the back room.
We'll be right back with you.
We'll be right back with you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We're cutting it. Gone. Out of here. See you in a couple of weeks. I'll see you Thursday, though, at 11 a.m. for Clark's Cove Coiner. Promise you I'll be there. Everyone have a good night and a good weekend, and be safe out there. See you next time, guys. Love you all.